Welcome to Nintendo K Channel, I'm Danny. Today we're taking a closer look at the Atelier Ryza Secret Trilogy Deluxe Pack for Nintendo Switch 2, focusing on frame rate analysis of all three games included in this collection. This deluxe pack features the complete Atelier Ryza trilogy, which includes Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout DX, Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy DX, and Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key DX. These are the definitive DX editions, featuring all previously released DLC, enhanced visuals, and significantly faster loading times. I also want to mention that this version was developed specifically for the Nintendo Switch 2 and is not backwards compatible with the original Nintendo Switch. There is a separate version made for the original hardware, so be sure you have the correct edition for your system. Each game is also available for purchase individually if you prefer that route. Alright, with that out of the way, let's break things down and examine the performance of each game on Nintendo's newest system. Starting with the first game, Atelier Ryza Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout DX benefits greatly from the improved power of the Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-rendered cutscenes deliver smooth and consistent playback with nothing concerning to note. In-game engine cutscenes are essentially perfect as well. Frame rate and frame pacings remain rock solid and linear throughout. During exploration, moving around Rasenboden Village on Kirken Island feels fluid, with smooth camera movement, whether Ryza is walking at a normal pace or sprinting with rapid camera adjustments. Both frame rate and frame time stays consistent, with performance being strong across the board. In battles, animation and visual effects also play out smoothly, maintaining a stable frame pacing and consistent frame delivery. Summing up the first game, textures appear sharp, lighting is rich, and frame pacing is stable. The game is capped at 30 frames per second, but the improved hardware ensures it maintains this target consistently. Whether exploring Kirken Island, traveling through nearby fields, or engaging in early battles, frame rate stability is excellent. Loading times are also noticeably short, keeping gameplay smooth. Next is Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy DX. This sequel introduces larger environments and more demanding visual effects with areas that originally pushed the limits of the original Nintendo Switch. On Nintendo Switch 2, these sections load faster and perform with greater consistency. Like the first game, the target frame rate is 30 frames per second. Pre-rendered cutscenes behave similarly to the first entry, offering solid playback. In-game engine cutscenes also perform well, with no notable fluctuations. Exploring ruins, dungeons, and dense city areas highlights the Switch 2's improvements. Camera movements are smoother, textures load more quickly, and performance remains steady. Frame rate and frame time stayed locked during testing, with no dips. Excellent results across the board. Combat, which blends real-time elements with turn-based commands, remains responsive and stable. Even when multiple effects and abilities are active, frame pacing remains consistent. Overall, Ryza 2 DX runs reliably and delivers a strong combination of visual clarity and performance stability. Finally, we come to the most technically ambitious game in the series, Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key DX. Featuring expansive connected open world zones, more demanding visuals, and seamless transitions, this entry benefits the most from the Nintendo Switch 2's hardware. As with the others, the frame rate is capped at 30 frames per second. Pre-rendered cutscenes show clean, consistent pacing. In-game engine cutscenes are also excellent, with smooth lines and stutter-free motion. Large open environments from coastal regions to grassy plains feature higher resolution textures and improved visual stability. Exploration feels smooth with gathering materials, or rotating the camera produces stable frame times with no judder. A major stress test is the Boden District on Kirken Island, a dense area filled with structures and NPCs. The Switch 2 handles this area extremely well. Sprinting through the district produced 0 frame rate fluctuations, an ideal result. Combat also benefits from the upgraded CPU and GPU of Nintendo Switch 2. Particle effects, skills, and dynamic camera angles all run more fluidly, maintaining a stable frame pacing even in intense moments. Across all three titles, the Atelier Ryza Secret Trilogy Deluxe Pack on Nintendo Switch 2 delivers noticeable improvements in smoothness, visual quality, and responsiveness. Although all games are capped at 30 FPS, stability and pacing are significantly enhanced thanks to the Switch 2's faster memory and more capable architecture. Expect fewer drops, better texture streaming, and shorter load times, all contributing to a more polished and reliable experience. While some players may hope for a 60 FPS mode, the consistent 30 FPS cap fits the slower paced, exploration-driven nature of the Atelier series. Combined with the upgraded visuals and performance stability, this collection offers the best way to experience the Ryza trilogy on Nintendo hardware. Alright, that wraps up my frame rate analysis. If you found this video informative or helpful, I appreciate a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to Nintendo Cave for more performance analysis on upcoming games. I'm Danny, and I'll catch you in the next one.